All right, just got in my little order from Barlows in Texas, and I'm gonna, well, if I can open the thing here, I'm going to take a look at these heads they sent me. They're only 1 ounce, so I'm gonna see how they look compared to the other ones I had. So, well, they ain't gonna make it easy to get into. I also ordered me some more Flashaboo material. And some silicone skirt layers, kind of a sparkly silver, and well, this little plastic bag is just kicking my butt. And there's the heads. I've actually been in the Barlows store in Richardson, Texas many years ago. They've closed the walk-in part down now. They just do mail order. But I went in their store when I was out there for a visit going back home for a while. All right, here is the 1 ounce head. And then here is the 1.5 ounce head that I used to get from my guy. Pretty much the same. It's just the hook's a little different, but they're about the same size. I think they're 6/0. Wire size is the same, but there's a 1/2 ounce difference. Now, some people may think a 1/2 ounce ain't that big a deal, but when you listen to guys talk over the years on some of these podcasts and whatnot, the most popular spinnerbait size sold is 3/8 of an ounce. Okay, 3/8 of an ounce is 3/8 of an ounce. 3/4 of an ounce is only 3/8 ounce more. But some guys don't even want to throw a 3/8. So, oh my God, that's too big. Well, you know, so there's a 1/2 ounce difference in these heads. Well, a 1/2 ounce is a big deal. I mean, if you could feel them in your hands, you could tell the difference. But a 1/2 ounce is a pretty good deal, weight wise. And speaking of 1/2 ounce weight, I went to Academy a while ago, and I found some of these. They're 1/2 ounce of the rubber core sinkers that I talked about in another video, where you can clamp them on. See, if I wanted to, I could clamp them on right there and wind up with this kind of weight, and the right wire, and the loop eye, and all that stuff. That can be done. I personally don't want to do that and sell those, so I would advise other people making their own. Because I mean, it looks tacky, but it does not affect the performance. The hookup doesn't, affect. It's just aesthetic. It's just the looks of it. It looks crappy, but it works. It's functional. But I wouldn't feel right doing that and then selling for the price I'd have to have in order to do it. I could do it, yeah, no big deal. I just clamp that sucker on and glue it real good, and boom, you got an ounce, and you got to wind up with a 2 1/4 ounce spinnerbait by the time it's all said and done. But anybody can do that. There they are from Academy, and that's one way to go about it. And if I run out, that's what I'll do for myself. I just wouldn't feel right doing it and selling it to other people. Like I said, when it's all said and done, whoops, you wind up with something like that. And also, those heads aren't painted. And if you think you got to have them painted, you're wrong. It doesn't matter. I do it just for the heck of it. But by the time you use it, you're going to knock the paint off in a little while anyway. So, fish don't care. All right, I'm going to do another thing. I kept hearing about this Spro Rock Crawler. So I went and bought me one. This is the $55. I imagine the packaging runs the cost up of that a little bit. Plastic and plastic and plastic. Well, I've got good hooks. So I was going to see what this compared to some other lures that I've already got. So it says that dives 9 to 14 feet. All right, well, there's an old man's 15 plus. Body size is almost the same. The 15 plus lip is even bigger. So that's one similar. Now we can go with this little Excalibur. That's pretty similar too. The Rock Crawler bill is wider. But then there's another size up from this. Here it is right here. Another Excalibur. Just about the same size. I mean, you know, there ain't a whole lot of difference in those two crankbaits right there. It's just something new. I mean, they quit making them. I mean, the lure company is such a racket. They get a lure that works. They sell a bunch of them, and people quit buying them. So they quit making them and come out with something just a little different. Just, you know, a little different color, just a little different tweak. And it's all the same. It's just to keep you buying lures. I would suggest people doing what I did. If you find a lure that works really well, buy a bunch of them. Buy a bunch of them. And just keep on using them. Because they're not going to come out with anything any better. It's just going to be different and cost more. What else have we got that's similar? Here's a little Humpy. Ain't a whole lot of difference in them two. If I went up to a Super R, I don't think I've got one of those out here. I've already emptied my boat. I just pull these two boxes out to do this little demonstration here. But, you know, it ain't nothing new. It's just different. It's new so far as the name and the looks, but as far as functionality, it ain't, you know, it's just another crankbait. I wish I could find something else close, but I know there's others that are close. But that 15 plus, that's pretty doggone close. And this will dive deeper than this one. Here's no Model A bomber. Ain't a whole lot of difference in them either. Guess I need to hold these out a little better. The screen goes dark and I can't see what I'm doing. But there's not a lot of difference in those. And I've caught some donkeys on that one. What else have we got in here? We got just a little old Rebel Deep WR. Not a lot of difference. Then they got a down deep OER. They got mini R's. I don't think I've got any in these boxes right here. These boxes are what I use the most. I've got some other stuff that's been put up, but you know, just goes to show you, there's nothing new under the sun really when it comes to these things. It's just a revamped, retweaked, updated version of this, or this, or this. Or this. So anyway, as you can see, there's a bit of a crankbait collection here, all different kinds, and there's so many of them that are so similar to that rock crawler. I ain't saying a rock crawler won't catch a fish, because it will. There's not a lure hanging on this wall that won't catch a fish, but it's just a updated version of the old ones. So like I said, when you find some lures that really work well, you better buy you a buttload of them. See all those right there are my flat A bombers. I've already gone through them all, or most of them, put red hooks on them, put oval split rings on them. I don't know if it'll show on that package, but anyway, that's it. The camera cut off on me a little premature a while ago, so I'll come out here and finish it up. But anyway, I'll post this on a YouTube in a little while.